What's up? This is Cyber Workforce Poppy checking in with you. And in this video today, I want to share with you an epic tech failure. And today's epic tech failure goes by the name of Joe Sullivan. Joe Sullivan was the Chief Information Security Officer that covered up a cyber attack, and he's facing charges. Actually, he was charged. He was found guilty on charges that he covered up this 2016 cyber attack. And this was ugly. It was ugly. This affected over 50 million Uber riders and 7 million drivers, as well as their driver's license numbers for another 600,000 drivers. So this was pretty serious, man, and this dude covered it up. That's just bad juju. If you work in cybersecurity, you know you don't do that. You be transparent and you look out for your customers, and he didn't do that. But let's dig in a little bit deeper. So the jury convicted Sullivan on 2 counts, one for obstructing justice by not revealing the breach to the FTC, and another for misprision, which is concealing a felony from the authorities, because that breach was a felony, and he didn't, share that information with the FTC. So they got him. They got him. So a little bit more details about this story. The hackers that actually got a hold of that data, they found some credentials in GitHub that gave them access to Uber's Amazon Web Services storage, and then they used that to download a database backup. And then the story goes on to say that Sullivan paid out $100,000 worth of Bitcoin as the ransom, and those hackers agreed to delete that information. And that's all fine and dandy, right? But the problem is he did not share that information with the FTC, and he didn't alert the customers, man. Bad. Epic tech failure. But there's more. So when they got a new CEO, and that new CEO found out, they called him in to testify, and he straight Tekashi 6ix9ine, Mr. Joe Sullivan. He said straight up, I could not trust my chief security officer. Now, see, that's bad. When you in the cybersecurity game, it's all about trust. You're supposed to be known as someone that people can trust. And the CEO straight up said he couldn't trust him. That's crazy. That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. Or read about anything like that before. But let's dig back into the story. It was also reported that Sullivan faces up to 8 years. 8 years in prison. But it's likely he'll get a shorter sentence. I don't know what that's about. But so here's the fallout of this whole situation, right? So of course he got fired, right? As he should have. And then Uber had to pay $148 million in civil litigation over the breach to all 50 states. Now that's an expensive mistake, man. And let that be a lesson to you aspiring cybersecurity professionals, because I'm running into a lot of, techies that want to get into cybersecurity, but I don't know if they truly understand the risks and what's at stake here. Because if you get into this cybersecurity game and you don't do your job right, you could be looking at some years, federal time, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Trust me. But if this is something you truly want to do, learn from Mr. Sullivan's mistakes, man. Follow your code of ethics, right? In cybersecurity, we subscribe to a code of ethics, and he obviously did not operate by his code of ethics. So shame on him. If you do want to get into the cybersecurity game, make sure you learn a code of ethics. Make sure you operate under them when there's a data breach, because it will probably happen, right? No system is impenetrable. Inform your customers. Let your customers know that they need to go protect themselves, get some identity theft, check their credit, that type of stuff. And then also too, if you get recruited by someone and you do something like this, you make that recruiter look bad. So think about that too. But anyway, stay the course, you know, learn from these mistakes. I'll continue sharing these epic fails to show you what not to do. Right? And if you are an Uber customer, check your credit, do some identity theft protection scans and stuff like that. Make sure you're good to go, and I'll catch up with y'all next time.